Welcome back to Recap Central. Today I'm going to explain a heist movie called Inside Man. Spoilers ahead. Subscribe for more videos like this. Dalton Russell explains how he committed the perfect robbery on Wall Street and walked right out the front door without anyone knowing. But how did he do it? Dalton and his team drove up to the Manhattan Trust Bank disguised as painters. Dalton walks into the bank and disables the cameras. His team lock the doors and order the people to get on the ground. Just then a police officer walks by the bank and sees smoke coming from the door. Dalton comes out and tells him he has hostages and if the police comes near the building he will kill them. The officer calls reinforcements. A group of patrol cars rush to the place. And they secure the location. Arthur Case, the owner of the bank, gets informed of the heist. He calls Madeline White, a very important broker, and they try to make a plan to protect his family's inheritance inside the vault. Madeline tells him if he lies about what is in the safe, their agreement will be void. Case avoids the question and tells her to make sure the box is safe. Frazier and Mitchell from the hostage negotiation team are assigned to the case. They talk to Captain Darius, who is in charge of the scene. They ask for a briefing while they wait in the dinner. Meanwhile, the robbers take the hostages into the safe room and separate the bank employees from the rest. They collect their key and wallets. A bank employee says he left his phone at home. Walton finds a phone with his number and calls him, discovering he left it in his office. Dalton beats the man savagely to make an example to the rest. Then Dalton separates men and women and makes them strip to their underwear. A woman refuses, so a female in Dalton's team takes her to a different room. The rest put on suits and masks Dalton gives them. An old man gets sick, so Dalton lets him go so he can tell the police if they approach the bank he will send out 2 dead bodies. The robbers start digging the ground of a room. Darius tells Frazier and Mitchell the old man told him there are 4 robbers. He is awaiting from video footage from inside the bank. And all the people's phones were sent outside. That is all he can do, and now it's Frazier's turn to make a move. Frazier calls the bank but Dalton lets it ring. The police check the cameras and see they have been damaged. Madeline asks the mayor to be let inside with the police. The mayor hesitates but ends up agreeing. Another man is sent outside with a message. Dalton is asking for 2 buses and a jumbo jet to be delivered by 9 p.m. If the police are late he will kill a hostage every hour. They have also secured the bank with explosives. Frazier says until they don't talk to him they will get nothing. Suddenly Case comes into the van and asks if he can help. They tell him the robbers want a jet. And he says he can arrange it. The officers are stunned. Meanwhile, the robbers ask for food and the police takes the chance to send a bug inside the bank. Frazier oversees the food delivery and meets Dalton. He tries to talk to him but Dalton says nothing. The police listens to the mic and find out the robbers are speaking another language. They believe it's Russian. Inside the bank the robbers switch one of the hostages for one of their team. A Russian cop listens to the mic and says it's not Russian. He believes it's Bulgarian. Frazier asks people if they recognize the language. A construction worker recognizes the language as Albanian as because his wife is Albanian. They call his wife, and she demands the police to remove her parking tickets before translating. The woman laughs as she recognizes the robber's voice. Frazier gets excited that he might find out who they are. But the woman wants her parking tickets taken care of. The police agrees and she tells them it's the former communist president of Albania, Enver Hoxha. They find out the robbers knew about the bug. We see Dalton in front of the money, making it questionable if they really are there for the money. A while later he opens a safe deposit box. Inside are some documents and diamonds. It seems this was their target. Dalton takes the documents and they close the box. The mayor and Madeline speak with Frazier. He doubts she can help but the mayor blackmails him. A while later Dalton answers the phone and talks with Frazier. The conversation goes nowhere with Dalton just repeating his demands. The same happens with the next call. Frazier is sure he is winning more time. But he is unaware Dalton is playing games with him. Meanwhile the robbers finish digging the hole, which is a big part of the plan. Frazier lets Madeline speak to Dalton. She somehow manages to convince him they should talk face to face. Frazier takes her to the bank. He is worried about her safety, but she tells him she got where she is by making friends, not enemies. She speaks to Dalton. She offers a short prison time and $2 million when he comes out, in exchange for the contents of the box. Dalton makes it understood that he knows she works for Case, and that he was a Nazi collaborator in World War II. He shows her a swastika he found in the box. He will keep it as a guarantee if he gets caught, so she will help him get out. Madeline talks with Fraser and tells him she made Dalton an offer he is considering. Fraser decides to stop playing by the book as he knows Dalton knows every step he makes. He calls Dalton and tells him he will get him a jet if he lets him come inside and check the hostages. Dalton agrees. Fraser goes inside and sees the hostages are okay. He promises he will take them out. He tells Dalton there is a tactical team outside, but Dalton outsmarts he. On his way out, Fraser tackles Dalton and tries to take off his mask, but he is stopped by the team. Dalton is mad and demands his buses. Dalton goes to the supply room and asks how long until they finish. It will take 2 or 3 hours. Fraser goes into the van and tells Darius Dalton isn't a killer and they should wait to see what he does. As soon as they do that, they see Dalton shooting a hostage on the cameras. This results on Fraser getting demoted and Darius takes control of the case. Darius plans on sending the tactical team inside as soon as possible. But getting inside is a nightmare with many problems. The only solution is to use rubber bullets. Mitchell thinks if something goes wrong they will blame Fraser. But he made a deal with Madeline and says he will make detective first grade. Suddenly, before they storm the bank, Fraser discovers the robbers have been listening all the time via a transmitter. He tells Darius, but he decides to enter anyway. After hearing this, Dalton throws smoke grenades and takes the hostages out before the cops can come in. The tactical team arrests everyone. The team then enters the bank but find no one. Fraser, Mitchell and Darius go into the bank. The team didn't find the dead hostage and nothing is missing. They discover the weapons were fakes and the killing was staged. Meanwhile, the hostages and the robbers are taken in for questioning. No one knows who are the robbers and who are the hostages. Sometime later, Fraser's boss tells him the case no longer exists. Fraser is surprised, but he won't let it go. Before he leaves, the captain tells him his problem with Ya is gone. After that, Fraser finds a clue to the box in the safe. He meets Madeline and shows her a recording of her and the mayor blackmailing him. In exchange for the recording, he asks about more information about the box. She gives him a hint but tells him to let it go. Madeline talks with Case and tells him Fraser isn't a problem, but Dalton still has the document from the box as insurance. She knows there were diamonds in the box. Case tells her there was also a ring that belonged to his Jewish friends. He pays her and she pretends she isn't judging him. A week later, we learn how Dalton pulled off the heist. He was hiding in the supply room behind a fake wall they built. He has the diamonds, the ring and the document. He broke the wall and walked out like a regular client. All his conspirators are waiting outside for him. Fraser and Mitchell walk into the bank and Dalton bumps into Fraser as he walks out, but he doesn't recognize him. Fraser has a court order to open the box. Inside he finds chewing gum, the ring and a note that says follow the ring. Fraser talks to Case. He knows something bad was in the box. Case tries to dismiss him, but he shows him the ring and says once he learns more he will know what it was. As they leave, they laugh because they know they have Case. Fraser shows the ring to the mayor and Madeline. He gives her the War Crimes Issues office number. She will gladly call and he gives her the recording. He successfully took down a Nazi and outplayed a high-power broker and a corrupt mayor. He goes home and makes love to his wife. He finds a diamond Dalton dropped in his pocket when they bumped at the bank.